Daily Gospel Lenten Reflection for March 8th, the Wednesday of the second week of Lent. Matthew 20:17-28. As Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples aside by themselves, and said to them on the way, "Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests and the scribes, and they will condemn him to death, and hand him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and scourged and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day." Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee approached Jesus with her sons and did him homage, wishing to ask him for something. He said to her, "What do you wish?" She answered him, "Command that these 2 sons of mine sit, one at your right and the other at your left in your kingdom." Jesus said in reply, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the chalice that I am going to drink?" They said to him, "We can." He replied, "My chalice you will indeed drink, but to sit at my right and at my left. This is not mine to give, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at the 2 brothers. But Jesus summoned them and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and the great ones make their authority over them felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you shall be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you shall be your slave. Just so, the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." In this passage, Jesus talks about his death. He knows that he is going to be put to death by order of the Pharisees, and he emphasizes that he cannot simply give out spots in heaven for free. He encourages his disciples and us to be in service to others. James and John, the sons of Zebedee, say that they are willing to drink of the same chalice as Jesus, meaning that they are willing to suffer in their lives. However, Jesus is not satisfied by this sacrifice. He calls him to serve others, just as Jesus serves the world through his death. In order to make sure that we get into heaven, we must be willing to connect with God and ask him how we can carry our crosses, just as Jesus did, while helping others. It's easy for us to simply focus on ourselves and our problems, but it's harder to take care of those around us, particularly those in vulnerable populations, in addition to ourselves. This Lenten season, I encourage you to pray more about your own problems, as Jesus is always listening, but simply needs you to reach out to him. Sometimes it may be hard to say our problems aloud, so if you are finding difficulty doing this, try writing your struggles down in a journal during prayer time. Jesus wants us to be willing to accept our hardships as God's plan, but he also wants us to serve others. This Lenten season, I would also encourage you to volunteer at a soup kitchen or donate some of your extra money to charity, as this is a way of caring for the members of our community who are disadvantaged. Lord, help us carry our crosses with grace and always trust in you and your plan. Help us care for others with compassion and empathy despite our own struggles, and let us be mindful of the struggles that everyone faces in their daily lives but may not necessarily show. Help us see your face in the people around us, regardless of their race, gender, sexuality, or economic background, and extend our care to every member of our society. Amen.